Oh, it's gonna be real, dude. Today I was going to me and my pops went to the animal shelter. My dad saw like a dog on like Saturday. He was like, "Oh, we gotta get this." And so we get there this morning and he's fucking gone. It's like the most depressing place in the world. Yeah, he was like a half husky, half German Shepherd mix, like with the best animal possible. And he's just fucking gone.
And now he's gone. He's somebody else's now.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Don't say it like that.
Yeah, no, my bad.
Yeah, it's okay. What's up, motherfuckers? I had to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a fun show. I have my buddy, Mr. X, joining me. X, how are you?
I'm pretty good, you know. Got a good night's sleep. I'm feeling, after the last few days, I'm feeling good. So, I'm pretty good. How are you doing besides this dog incident?
Dude, you know, I'm good. I'm hanging in there. I got some solid sleep. My sleeping schedule is normal now. I'm up at like 9 a.m. So I feel, you know, when you get that normal sleeping schedule and you
just feel better.
Yeah,
your body
really
just feels better.
Yeah, man, it's insane. So, my first question for you, Matt, and everyone knows what has happened with team changes, so we're not going to fill it in.
Yeah.
How much just tweets and just bombardment of questions have you gotten since acquiring Karma to your squad?
We have gotten harassed. That's probably the best way to put it. I mean, I had somebody who tweeted me yesterday for about 3 or 4 hours saying that we all watch, like, I think it's like cat porn now that Clayster's. I don't really know.
What?
People are just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm trying to find it on my timeline. Let me see. It's
what does that
yesterday.
even mean?
I don't know. I favorited all of them just because I thought it was hysterical.
But like, what is cat porn?
Every time I will tweet something, somebody says like, "You guys aren't winning. You guys are awful now." Like, it's a bit much, to say the least.
How do you deal with that? Because when we were pros, we didn't have to worry about social media, right? Like, we didn't have to worry. Like, we had the forums, and we were just like, screw you. We're better than you. But now it's like, you just get hit with it all day.
Yeah, no, you just get hit with it constantly. And, I mean, that's one of the things that makes doing a roster change now so much different than back in the day. I mean, back in the day, you made a roster change, you announced it on the forums, like, it was discussed there, but it wasn't so... You weren't so as readily accessible now that you are today.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, people can tweet me all day long. I mean, they can do whatever they want. I mean, they can go into our Twitch chat, say whatever they want. I mean, more power to them, but we've been just using it more for motivation. I mean, we've read everything that everybody said. We've taken everything in, and we are definitely ready to move forward with everything that we're working towards right now.
Good for you. All right, so in case for some reason you didn't hear, Karma now is on complexity for Clayster. First things first, Matt.
Yes.
And this is obviously like the most basic question I can ask, but I know it's going to generate the best responses. What led you to dropping Clayster after winning 7 out of the 8 previous events?
Right.
I want to start with...
What do you want to start?
I want to start with, I guess, what was like the final breaking point and what led up to it, and then we'll touch on Columbus.
Okay, so I'm pretty much going to give you the timeline. I mean, me and you speak a lot, like, privately. I mean,
we do.
I confide in... Yeah, I mean, I confide in people like you, like Ogre too. I mean, we all speak a good amount. I mean, people I trust. So around, I would say this all kind of started, kind of like mounted to a kind of climax, I guess you would say, around our ESWC and Machinima trip.
Okay.
If you, during ESWC, saw some personality clashes between just people in general. I mean, me and Teep usually try and stay pretty neutral. We're just me and Teep.
I don't think Teep can be mean.
No, Teep's not capable. Teep is only capable of love. And
he's like a Labrador.
We went to the Machinima studios. I believe we were out there for 8 days, and then we were out in Paris for, I would say it was like 8 or 9 days too. So it was a pretty long trip. And through the course of that trip, you kind of saw things go a little bit like they were starting to go south, I would say.
Okay.
And I mean, we really didn't discuss anything on that trip. We just kind of let it go. We knew we had Columbus in, I believe it was like a week after the Machinima thing. And we were just going to ride it out, see how it went after that, see if maybe, going home changed everybody's mood a little bit, like relaxed everybody. Because I mean, it's a lot of time to spend on the road, especially when you're not used to it.
Especially with each other.
Right, with each other. I mean,
like that's
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we waited. We were gonna go home, see how everybody felt when everybody went home. We got home, and for Columbus, we really didn't get any practice, to be honest. We're built on just our consistency, our everyday 6 Eastern till midnight, just that consistent, just grind of just good games practice. And we really weren't doing that. And I don't know if it was because, I mean, just people were bored of playing the game. They were a little bit burnt out. Or, I mean, you've gone through team changes before. I've gone through team changes before. Like, when you start going south with the personality of someone in your team, you just don't have that motivation really. Just get on and just give it your all.
Yeah,
really.
Not even. You just want to just bash the person. There's nothing
right.
worse. You just want to bash them.
I mean, I work a lot, so I mean, I'm not there for practices every day. I mean, I'm there most of the time, but a lot of the time you would see just a lot of just like it was like poking at each other, but you can tell there was like animosity behind it. It wasn't just like just empty words anymore. Like people were starting to really just get after each other. So fast forward, we go to Columbus. We pull Columbus out of our ass.
Okay, hold on. Now, I have questions here, sir.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
First and foremost, is it true
okay.
that Search and Destroy you guys didn't even practice? In Sovereign, you looked at the overhead map and you said, okay, there's B, and everyone likes B. Let's just go away.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we did. So basically, we didn't have much practice time at all. We didn't have any strategy. It's kind of funny. To be honest, when we picked Octane S&D against TK in the finals, we did that strictly because nobody plays it, and we were like, fuck it. Like I watched a few teams play it earlier in the day and earlier in the weekend, and I kind of saw some stuff that worked. I saw what everybody was doing, and we kind of banked on the fact that, okay, let's pick this map, the last map. I have an idea of what everybody does. I mean, so did Krim, so did everybody. Let's just do the opposite and just throw them completely off guard. And it worked. It worked. It worked to our advantage. I mean, our Search and Destroy was very good the whole weekend. A game mode in Black Ops 2 we couldn't fucking win to stay alive.
Right?
But
God, you're terrible at it.
We got extremely. If you look at our series in Columbus, I mean, the first kids we beat those guys pretty bad. The second game was against TCM. We ended up 3-0ing them. The first Dom was decided by 2 points. The Search was decided by 1 round, and the Blitz we won by 1 cap and OT. So that match could literally have gone. I mean, 1 kill or 2 kills, and it's a game 5, or it could be a 3-1 their way. NV, we were down 2-0. They were, I believe, 1 round away from 3-0ing us. We win, and then we win 2 more close games to come back. I believe even the final map went down to last round. And then,
I think it might have been round 10. I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember it went the distance.
And yeah, it went the distance. And then after that, we played Just Us. We won 3-1, but still another pretty close game, and they blew us away on the first Dom. I mean, it wasn't really close. And then obviously the game with TK was extremely close up until that final map. And it's not when you're trying to win consistently, right? I mean, you've won pretty consistently, placed consistently throughout your whole career. I mean, I've won pretty much throughout my entire career, placing pretty consistently 1-2. That's just not how you want to go about things, to be honest. That's not how you want to win events. You don't want to win events just off of. You don't want it to come down to those things. You can eliminate those just blitz mistakes. You can eliminate those Dom mistakes. I mean, our Search and Destroy was great. We didn't lose 1 the whole weekend. We won 1 blitz the entire weekend. Like that, you will not win. 90% of the time, if you do not win a game mode throughout the entire tournament, you will not win. That's like the equivalent of saying in Halo, you would not win an Oddball or Team Slayer the entire tournament and win the tournament. The odds of that are
it's insane.
Slim to none. So So, we finished Columbus. Uh, we get home. Everybody took a week break. We deserved a break, obviously. I mean, we had been grinding Black Ops 2 pretty much harder than everybody else. We were on the road pretty much longer than everybody else. Uh, Won Columbus. Everybody kind of deserved a week or two break. And, we were really hoping that things started to turn around after that. That's where I was more optimistic. Like, everyone's going to take a 2-week break, week and a half break, and we're going to come back and we're just going to get that flow again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be that you can feel it when it's there. You can feel it when it's there. And, we started playing again. And then, I mean, there was some stuff that came up where it was just more of the same, and the same just kept getting worse. And I mean, this is when we started to talk about, like, well, what can we do? Can we be proactive in fixing this before it all blows up? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was talking to you earlier, obviously, before when I had the idea of doing this sit down.
Yeah.
And I mean, the best comparison that I had was, I mean, for people who don't really follow the NBA, but it was like the 2000 Lakers. Dominant team, Shaq and Kobe. Bad personalities. Everybody on the outside, oh, this is one of the best teams ever, dynasty. On the inside, everybody knew, like, okay, this is like days from just becoming a psychodrama. And what the Lakers decided to do, they traded Shaq, obviously. I mean, Shaq was still a championship caliber player.
Yeah, he was really good.
He was a beast. Shaq was. That's a whole nother video. We could talk about Shaq.
But I'm not talking about Shaq.
Shaq was awesome. You ever play Shaq Fu for like the NES? It was a different time.
Yeah, I watched him in fucking the movie Shazam, though.
Okay, well,
God, that movie was awful.
Yeah, he was like a ninja hidden in. It was just ridiculous.
He was like a genie.
Yeah, he was like a genie ninja hidden in basement.
Granting people basketball wishes.
His acting career. Blue Chips too. Just stop talking about this. Okay, so pretty much the Lakers traded Shaq away to the Heat. Heat won a championship next year. But that move set up the Lakers to win 2 more and be in the finals 3 more times. You extend the run. You don't ever want to hold on. I mean, we saw Final Boss do this. That's pretty much, I mean, we can throw that out there right here, I believe. I mean, they held on a little bit too long, and it ended up just kind of all blown up in their face, and it took them a while to recover.
Yeah. I mean, 3 events. With a huge off season.
Right. I mean, it took them a year and a half, to maybe I would say 7 to 6 months.
Yeah, it was about 7 months.
Yeah, figure it out. So, with us looking at our situation, there was Philly. Philly's great. We obviously want to win Philly. The goal is still to win Philly. But after Philly, you have another Gfinity most likely, and then you're pretty much prepping towards champs. So in our opinion, we wanted to ride it out till Philly. That was the original plan. Obviously, plans changed, which obviously it changed.
Yeah, things kind of changed.
Yeah. I mean, the plan was, let's ride it out till Philly, like, see how it all goes on until Philly, see how Philly goes, and then we'll reevaluate the situation. And stuff just really never switched about. We never really got that flow going, like I said. And then I mean, this stuff kind of just came out of like I said, we were planning on just assessing everything after Philly, and then this just kind of formed like really quickly, and then it seemed like the right move at the right time. So I mean, obviously that's how we ended up releasing Clay and picking up Damon Karma.
So what was wrong with Clay, right? So obviously, basically you're hinting at it, like, just to get in there.
Yeah.
What was Clay's personality? Just toxic? Was he just bringing everyone down?
I mean, listen, Clay is. I love Clay. I mean, Clay is an awesome guy. I think Clay is just. I mean, he's an amazing player. I think he's an awesome guy. But as time went on, I mean, his personality started to clash with others, and at that point, you do what's best for the whole. The whole. I mean, it's all about just the betterment of the whole.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So you get what I'm saying. I mean, it wasn't really just like one, like, it was something that was just brewing over time that just came to a head. And I mean, I do feel bad about it. I obviously, I mean, I'm a person with feelings. I feel bad. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm just heartless. Like I have feelings. Like I
Yeah.
do feel bad about it. But for our team, this was I support the decision 100% because, I mean, you don't want to if things are going bad for everybody, and I'm sure Clay probably wasn't happy with, I mean,
You
the
couldn't be.
people he was bothering on the team. You can't be happy with that.
You can't.
So I mean, it's obviously you don't want to. You end a championship run 7 out of 8, great, but this is how you extend the championship run. This is how you build a more continued success. You don't wait till it's too late and then just kind of throw something together. Like, you'd be extremely proactive about it. And
Yep.
I mean, once we kind of found out that, I mean, Karma was interested, that was when we acted on it.
Now, here's
Obviously.
my question.
Yeah,
Right, with the
absolutely.
whole acquiring Karma situation, right?
Yeah,
Because there, you guys, as complexity, like everyone's like, oh, Optic has their pick of the litter, right? But
right.
we both know, COD Champs is around the corner. That's $400,000.
It's a lot of money.
The number one team has the pick of the litter, right?
Right.
So you had basically all the options in the
Yeah.
world. Like, you could have grabbed anyone from any
Right.
team, with the exception of apparently Scumpy. But
Yes.
it's a whole different.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole
whatever. Yeah.
So, what was it with Karma? Did he approach you, or was it you guys approached him?
It. To be honest, I mean, I didn't. I mean, I'm good friends with Damon, but I would never kind of recruit a friend, because you want a friend to make the best decision for them. You never want to force somebody you're good friends with, close with, into something they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, I got woken up, I would say around like 5 or 6 a.m. And it was just kind of like, hey, I think we're going to move forward with this. And then I was like, well, why the fuck are you waking me up at 6 a.m.? Like, what the fuck's going to happen now? So, I mean, that kind of how, like, I found out. And then throughout the day, it started to come really into fruition. And then, I mean, obviously, that's when we decided to acquire Karma. I mean, obviously, he was, if we decided to make a move after Philly, I mean, he was going to be the player we were going to go after. So it just kind of
Fell into place.
fell into place. Exactly.
Now, have you sat in on any scrims since acquiring Karma?
Yeah, last night.
Okay.
And I've watched them play with him.
What is he bringing to the squadron? How is he adapting? Because with Envious,
Yeah.
not to do a disservice to all their players, but he was basically doing it all. He would do it all. Like,
Yeah.
we saw on Impact, it was just like, listen, man, get the fuck out there and just slay mid-map, right?
Right.
Now, you remember Slum's hardpoint? He would just go on
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
tears.
He was a monster. He's a monster. That's
So
all.
now
That's the only way you can describe the guy.
With complexity, I mean, you guys
Right.
have 3 definitive roles already. What
Yeah.
is Karma fitting in?
Kill. All I want Damon to do is kill. That's it. Just
That's
kill
it.
everything.
So he doesn't have to worry about anything.
Kill everything. That's it.
Is
That's
it working?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard some insane stats.
He's extremely talented. I mean, like, when you watch somebody, I remember when I first came over to Call of Duty and with Ogre 2, and we were just checking out streams of who to watch and whatever. And this is when he was on Farico. So this is before Impact. This is when it was, I believe, him, Killa, I want to say Too Quick, and John. I think that was the team. So
God, the times have changed.
he was one of the first. Yeah, right. He was one of the first people that kind of like welcomed us in. I mean, I played with him a little bit. I kind of just picked his brain, and he was on my friends list, and me and Tom would watch this guy's theater, and we were like, dude, this guy is the best player in the game, like, without doubt. Like, he just has it. Like, when you just watch somebody and you're just like, that guy is just incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Like, he has it. And I think with his role on our team, he's more comfortable running in AR. That's pretty much, I mean, what the vibe we've been getting from him and what he would like to do. That, I mean, it's pretty much just going to be like a natural, just kind of slide in and just he'd do a lot of the same things that Clay did for us. I mean, Clay would just pretty much just take a side of the map with his AR and just kill whatever went that way.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see a different karma that you saw on Envy. You're going to see somebody who's just, I mean, on Envy, he was doing a lot of just everything. On this team, it's going to take a little bit. I mean, he's going to have to get used to just trusting everybody, just very much what it is, because he's used to doing everything. So, I mean, there was a point last night where, I mean, on Warhawk, he was just locking down the left side of the map, and we were just like getting caps, and like 2 people died. And I was like, dude, just stay. Crim's got it. Like, Crim just cleaned everything else up, and that was it. So, I mean, it's going to be little adjustments like that, but role-wise, like fit, I mean, it's a natural fit. I mean, he's a good communicator. His mood is more like Teep. He's not going to be like screaming like bringing.
You went robot on me, bro.
That,
Hold on, wait for it. You froze at a hilarious point. This is.
I
can't hear you.
Basically, I mean, he's.
Yo, what did you do?
Nothing. Did my internet break?
I can hear you now, but your camera's frozen. So congratulations.
Hold on.
That. I saved it with the quickness, I think. All right.
What about that?
All right, you're good. What the fuck did you do?
I don't know. I broke the internet. My bad.
Gotta resize this now.
My bad, man. My bad.
Look at you, dude. You've done goofed.
I was on a roll too.
Yeah, you were on a good roll. All right, up. It just fixed. All right, you're good.
Okay, so where were we?
Karma fit. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I
Karma
panicked.
fit. Okay, so yeah, no. We were talking about his fit, and I mean, he does play the same kind of a passive Slayer that Clay was. More methodical, not really just a run and gun type of Slayer, just more of that's really like what he does as a player. That's what he likes to do, and it fits with what we are trying to do going forward. And I think the one thing that it makes us a lot better on is our blitz compared to how we were at Columbus. That was one of the main things looking forward, because you're not, like we were talking earlier, you're not going to win tournaments losing an entire game mode throughout the entire thing. No.
So now, complexity. I think everyone understands the decision now after this. So let's touch on one team change, and I'm gonna have you for a series of videos. It's gonna be a jolly old time here. Let's talk about one team change that really sticks out to me.
Yeah.
And I know it sticks out to you.
Yeah.
Gunjar to Envy. Immediate thoughts right off the break when you heard it.
Why?
Right? Dude, I don't get it. You know what I thought when I was watching TK versus Complexity?
Yeah.
I was thinking Carbon versus Final Boss.
Right.
That's what I instantly thought.
Yeah.
And he left, like, I guess to put it in Halo terms, he left Carbon to join Legends.
Like the agency, yeah.
Yeah. What the...
I mean, that's a weird move. And I think it hurts. I mean, TK obviously ends up with Clay out of all of this. I mean, that's a great pickup. I mean, like we were talking before, Clay's an amazing player.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, TK is a team that was built a lot on teamwork.
Yeah.
So, it'll be very interesting to see how that fit is. And, I mean, Goon's a very good player.
He's a hell of a player, dude. He was dropping bombs at Columbus, bro.
It'll be interesting, though, if that is the best fit for those guys.
How is that? Like, when I'm looking at their team dynamic, like, what the hell? So, I guess they're going to be running 3 subs and just letting Proofy just AR.
Yeah, that would be what I would do.
I mean, that's all they can do.
I mean, I guess they could run 2 ARs, but you really don't see too many teams running 2 ARs in this game.
Well, because it doesn't work. Yeah, it's so fast.
Yeah.
You cover so much ground.
Yeah.
And, like, maps like Freight, Blitz. Like,
you don't even need an AR to be honest.
You don't.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's fucking scary about your team now.
Right.
That is what freaks me out.
On Blitz, we're blowing pro teams away. I mean, we had a game last night, I think it was against Just Us, and we were just like, let's just go. And I think the final score was like 30 to like 20. And I mean, I can't say enough about how Damon's been playing. I mean, he seems a lot just mood wise and just overall he seems extremely happy. And he seems extremely motivated kind
That's
of when
good.
he was back
That's
on
what
the
matters,
impact
man.
days, and that's exactly what you want. I mean, you can even see it from a few of our guys is that they're a little bit re-energized, a little bit just. I mean, they know that we have a huge target on us going into Philly. I
Yep.
mean, there's no doubt about it. Like the pressure is on going into Philly, and we definitely will answer the bell.
Yep. Now, predictions here as we wrap
Yeah,
this up. Will Envious see any kind of success as they did at Columbus with this squad?
you know, something tells me that it'll work out for them somehow. I
Think
think
so?
you know they got what fifth at Columbus, I
Yeah,
believe,
fifth, sixth.
fifth, sixth. I mean, I still think they're going to be in that hunt. I mean, Goon will probably teach them some things that TK was doing that Envy wasn't doing,
Well, isn't that
and
isn't that kind of like
it's just if they're going to take it and use it.
yeah? Because you remember when Karma joined Envy, because like Ray basically calls the shots on Envy, right?
Right, yeah,
Rambo calls the
yeah.
shots, and like he's very very like
He's a smart guy.
he's a smart guy. He's very very
guy.
one minded though with his mentality. You remember like Karma brought Hardpoint from like Impact into Envy, and
Right.
they wouldn't listen to him. Do you think that's going to be a recurring theme?
Yeah, what's funny is like we built our hard point game on we pretty much like in Black Ops 2 to be like completely honest. I mean that game's done. I can kind of like let all of our secrets go from that. Uh we did the same exact things as Impact was doing. We were like, yo, these guys won. Let's just take exactly what they are doing and just kind of fine tune it, change a few things, and just perfect that. And once Impact broke up, no team ever really put it together like that. That's why we were so dominant.
Yeah.
We were so dominant in two game modes. We were dominant in both respawn game modes. Our search was kind of weak. Right now, we're extremely good in search. With Damon, we get a lot better on blitz. And Dom, I mean, if you can slay,
You should be.
you're going to win Dom.
Yep.
You're gonna win Dom. You're gonna win domination games if you can slay.
All right. Final
Yeah.
question.
Final question.
And then
Hit me with it,
Then
Scott.
tomorrow, we're going through all the team changes, and then the next day.
I have a question for you after your question.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
One team. If you can pick one team to play in the finals at Philly,
Yeah.
who is it?
TK.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want Envy in there.
No, TK.
Why TK?
We want TK.
But why? There's
Like,
got to be a reason, and I know it's not just because Clay's on that team.
No, it's just a lot of people since we made this move, we're getting a lot of hate, a lot of just for, kind of unwarranted. I mean, they don't really. I mean, you look at a car, right? And the car is just beautiful from the outside, and it could have the shittiest engine in the world. It could just be falling apart. And I mean, you don't know,
Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder Mustang.
Right, you don't know. I mean, you don't know what's under the hood of all these teams. I don't think people saw that. I mean, it might just be because they're crazy, just change that people obviously overreact. I mean, that's something that always happens. But they're definitely a team that we want to play. And I don't think one thing that I think gets lost in all of this, and it might be lost because their placings haven't been good in a while, but just, how talented Damon is. I mean, Damon, I can't stress that enough that he is
He
extreme.
didn't have a single search in Columbus without 10 kills, bro.
Yeah. And he is
Bonkers.
extremely talented.
All right,
Yeah.
what is your question, you sack of shit?
Did I answer everything that you think needed to be answered effectively?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you did a good job. I don't think there's any
Yeah.
stone.
Obviously
unturned.
there's some stuff that
Yeah,
details I'm not going into. I'm not going into details. Like that's never going to happen. I'm not just throwing people's business out there.
I think for the most part
think-
though, you painted the picture that needed to be painted.
Right. I think I kind of time framed it out. I kind of just pretty much explained everything. I think that's probably the best explanation you're going to get about this. I don't think you're going to hear, that's just not how.
Aches. Oh, by the way, Aches texted me right before we started. He wants to do the three-way.
Three-way?
Three-way little show.
Oh, I mean, we can do that. I mean, I'm getting ready to go.
It's your call, bro.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not now. I mean, I have to go host pro streams.
Oh.
MLG.TV, 7 p.m. Well, if this goes up Thursday, it's going to be on tonight. If it's not going up Thursday, I'll be there Sunday for the 2K. But yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. That's pretty much as much detail as I'm gonna.
Yep.
Just divulge, I think.
Yep. All right.
I think that's just pretty much what needed to be done.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Matt, for coming on. Tomorrow, we dive in to the nitty gritty. It's gonna be a blast.
Maven stories.
I still gotta record that, man.
That needs to be recorded.
I gotta finish the Maven stories.
Yeah.
Good times. Well, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we love you, but we don't love you. Take it easy.
Bye.